the Newcastle Herald. Now, of course, a lot of coastal erosion down in northern New South Wales, but here we go with the splash eye of the storm. The Hunter region and its coal industry are at the centre of China's latest bout of hostility towards Australia, with the Chinese Communist Party's international mouthpiece, the Global Times, reporting that Chinese power stations had been told they could import coal from any country but Australia. Now, look, let's be very clear on this. The Chinese are playing hardball. The Chinese have made it very clear that they are not a fan of Australia, and the World Trade Organisation, Simon Birmingham and the Prime Minister today made it very clear that they would be complaining about this particular edict. But it comes off the back of lobsters, it comes off the back of beef, it comes off the back of barley, it comes off the back of timber. We need to diversify, don't we? Well, away from China.
Well, we do need to diversify. And when you talk to people out in the street, there's this growing conversation around let's have a boycott. So I know that politically they're trying to throw cold water on that. But when you talk to the average person on the street, they are now picking up products and looking at where they are coming from. That is happening. Whether it's being discussed at the federal level or not, the average person is doing that. And now that we're seeing coal attacked, and particularly when you're looking at an area like the Hunter, that's really going to hurt. And there was a story tonight where there were crew members doing a video conference interview saying they've been stuck on a coal ship, an Australian ship, off the coast of China now for 5 months.
Wow.
And they don't know when they're going to get clearance to go in.
That's extraordinary.
So I know that there's the argument there about, well, do we put a tariff on iron ore? Because obviously they need our iron ore.
It's interesting you say that, Leisa. I'm getting that anecdotal message as well.
And Matt Canavan's out there pushing it very hard.
Yeah. People are looking at labels. They are looking at where things... And then there are some products that are, you just have to buy because, they're made in China and they're much, much cheaper and whatever. But given the opportunity to pick between something that's made in China and something that's made somewhere else, Aussies are going down that path. It is a real phenomenon. It is a real phenomenon.
I think it would be interesting. There was an article that came out listing the wineries, Australian wineries that had been bought up by the Chinese. And I know a lot of people that sparked conversation with. So it would be very interesting when they start to break down in stories, what are the farms that are owned? The dairy farms, the agricultural land that's owned. Start to give us those lists and see how much conversation is triggered then.